In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles. In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem. Welcome to Tigers Untapped, a Bluff City media podcast. Stepping up to the microphone are your hosts, Trey Lasley and TJ Willis. Now, let's get to the show.
Welcome. Episode 159 is live. It's your boy T-Ray coming in hot. Timothy, how we doing tonight?
Can't complain.
Survived snowpocalypse?
Barely, dude. It's school. I'm confident that the kids are not going back to school until 2027 at this point.
I don't think combined in my schooling career that I had this many snow days combined as they've had in this one winter storm.
It's insanity. Like, I know. Honestly, no one's probably ever noticed, but behind me, these walls still not painted, right?
These walls.
The samples are all there. Like, I have all the sampling. I have all intentions of painting these walls.
We're like a month in. I don't know what I would have made the odds last week that the majority of the ground would still be covered in snow, ice by the time we recorded again, but I would have set them very high that it was not happening. I'm talking like plus 1,000.
Oh, easy.
And,
this is easily
literally zero has melted off of my driveway or yard.
Yeah, I felt really guilty earlier, so I dropped off the beers at your house, and I was going to put them on the front porch, and I was like kind of glancing over at your front yard. It's untouched. Like, I'm eating it. You're going to catch me on your camera busting my ass on the ice. Yeah. I was like, I'm not doing that. I'll go to the side yard, but there's not a camera.
You can't even tell where the walkway should be.
No, not at all. I thought about curling it, just like sliding it.
The front side of my house gets zero.
No sun, yeah.
In the winter. It's unbelievable. I don't know that you can hear it. I can still hear it. And they were here when you dropped these beverages off probably 3 hours ago. My neighbor across my driveway street, she is selling her house, but she has a couple young men out there pressure washing her driveway this evening. And I just went out there to move my car back into the garage. They were doing her walkway. I'm thinking about, it's 9:45 p.m. on Monday night. I'm thinking about, as soon as we wrap this recording up, because I know they won't be done, being like, hey, I don't know how long you guys have been working today, but I'd love for you to hit my driveway and my walkway up. If you guys want to keep working through the night, you name the price, I'll pay it, because it's slick out there.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I think she may be ahead of the curve here. I think she may be thinking a little bit outside of the box. All these people are charging a ton of money right now to break up the ice, like get a little mini skid steer and break up all the ice, or to come out and salt everything. She's like, hey, these guys are going to charge me, $100 or whatever it's going to
no
be.
Way.
Pressure wash my driveway, dude. Maybe she's beating the system right now.
It's 9:45 p.m. These dudes have probably been working all day. There is no way it was $100 for them to stay this late at night. At night,
I don't know.
And it is warmer than it has been, but it is still 38 degrees outside, and they are pressure washing ice. So there is no way. I don't know what it cost, but it was not $100. I promise you that.
I did not catch the name of the company, but I'm curious if I can just pull up their website, just a random website, and figure out how much it would be to pressure wash a driveway.
We need to get a sponsor.
I don't know.
All right. We didn't even do this. We skipped it. We haven't even touched on it. We got a new brewery. Well, I don't know. I guess.
Yeah, I know. Look, I was expecting to get shit for this, but the logic is there. Okay. I don't want to hear it. Chasing rainbows. Look at this can. It's so shiny.
It is very metallic.
It's something you may recognize that logo, though. You want to tell the fine people what we have here, Trey?
Well, it's Bearded Iris. But as TJ has now informed me, Bearded Iris was purchased by the fine folks at Wiseacre, and it is now brewed here in the city of Memphis. So
that it is. It is. Bearded Iris is notably a very popular Nashville-based craft brewery.
Well, now
Wiseacre bought them as of August 1st. So this is now a Memphis beer, and that may make Nashvillians mad. And you know what? Suck it. I don't really care. That's now a Memphis beer. So Bearded Iris, Chasing Rainbows. Look, we're running out of
something. This is the coldest. This is the coldest beer I've ever had during our taping, because typically I grab the beer, I sit up, I gotta, do some quick potting stuff with our banners and such. TJ joins in, we chat for a little while. By that point, I've had my beer out for 30 plus minutes. Well, tonight we do all that, we get ready to go, and TJ's like, oh, by the way, when I went to go grab the beers, the top got caught and it kind of partially opened this beer. So we're going to do this one. I had to go back down and get it. And we basically immediately started right after. So this is like fresh out of the fridge. First time ever.
It was a bit of a pivot. So next week's beer will probably make more sense for this week, but it is what it is. Just roll with it. I didn't mean to crack it open, and I didn't want a stale beer.
That's all right. Who knows? Maybe we get another system come through.
Shut the
and that one will fit right in.
Maybe
right, outside of Snowmageddon, it was another bad week for Tiger basketball. Looked like it could have been possibly a decent turnaround. There was some skepticism though after the FAU game, because they were leading they were without their two leading scorers in that matchup Wednesday inside FedEx Forum. Now, even without them, you did put a throttling on, and you won by 27, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right.
92-65, all around good game. The team looked great. It looked like maybe they really had turned things around. Probably the best game that we've played, and I don't even know since when. Maybe the season.
Let's not get carried away.
And a lot of that came down to, the team got stuck in Wichita after they got throttled there. Spent a couple extra days. I don't think they came home till Monday evening. And Penny was asked about it, and basically said they left the team alone. He didn't say a word to any player on the team the 2 extra days that they were in Wichita. Really, almost 3 extra days they were in Wichita. The team really bonded, and it felt that way after the FAU game. Finally played what you felt like was a complete game. ran away with it. They were the hottest team in the league at the time, number 1 in the conference at were they 6-2 at the time? You knocked them off. Right. You had a huge game out of Doug, who put up 23, 6 assists. You shot 50% from the floor, 41% from 3. You hit 7 threes. You shot 90% from the free throw line, 17 of 19. You only had 13 turnovers. You turned over FAU 24 times. I mean, you led wire to wire. You got up by 30. You cleared the bench out. Our boy Mason Matthews drilled a 3. Like, everything seemed to be going right. Arop got in, scored. And then you turn around on a Sunday where I decided to make my way down to FedEx Forum, and you got run off the floor again by the Fighting Ron Hunters, who is very likely to be fired, by the way, this season. I mean, if you're on X and you follow, you may not even have to follow them. I don't even know how Twitter works anymore. I see posts from people I do not follow, which are several Tulane people, and they've been calling for Ron's head for weeks. I mean, they came in losing their last 5 straight games, and you basically got beat. You led for maybe a minute and a half of game time in yesterday's game. You were down by as many as like 15 in the first half. Just a horrendous game on Sunday inside FedEx Forum. Shots weren't falling. Supposedly they're just spooky zone had us just shaking in our boots. They had 2 guys that played every freaking second of the game and scored a combined 50 points. 2 guys.
Yeah.
I mean, we made Rowan Brumball look like a frickin'. I mean, the guy got to the basket whenever he wanted. We kept leaving dudes open in the corner to hit threes. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know how it happens. We shot atrociously from the floor. I mean, for a majority of the first half, we were shooting 20% or below, and Tulane was hovering between 60 and 70%. Tulane shot 50% from the floor and 42% from 3. They hit 10 3-pointers. We shot 40 free throws yesterday and shot 84% from the free throw line, 32 of 38. We only had 11 turnovers. We destroyed them on the glass, 40-25. And yet you just got smoked. I don't know what to say.
Why do you think it is?
Because it's a really, really bad Tulane team. Why do I think it is that we got smoked?
No, why do you think it is that every year we have this conversation where Penny is bringing up, oh, well, they played the zone, and that's where we lost?
I don't know.
I feel like every year we have the same conversation of the spooky zone, essentially.
Because he said in the post game, the zone had us spooked. And I'm thinking, logically, what causes you to be scared of something? Specifically in sports like that, what would spook you? Like, how do you get spooked? And to me, it's not being prepared, facing something you weren't prepared to face, which goes back to the earlier parts of the season when we basically said the same thing when Auburn throttled us. Was that, hey, we weren't prepared for the zone. We didn't know they were going to play zone. We haven't installed any offense to attack the zone. And it's like, maybe we'll be prepared next time. And your guys won't be so scared of a zone because they know what to do. They know how to attack it. I get part of it helps when you're knocking down shots. And yesterday was, I mean, I can't remember a worse performance. I mean, I know that we've had them, but yesterday just seemed off the charts bad. I mean, I looked up at one point in this is not early in the first half. I mean, we were deep into the first half, and we were shooting 11% from the field. I'm confident I could go and shoot half-court shots and shoot better than 11%.
It just feels interesting that every year we have this conversation around the zone, and I guess, yes, coincidentally, we could have poor shooting nights, right? That's how you're going to beat the zone. You hit your threes, they're probably going to start coming out of the zone again. But in terms of preparation, like, there's not that many variations in which you can be prepared for, right?
Well, and
there's a couple variations of three variations of zone and man to man. Like, I mean, what do you really have to prepare for? How do you not have these situations lined up? Right.
And it's not like we came out and he was like, oh, we just didn't make our shots. But he literally came out and said that we were scared of it. Like, it scared us, which means that affected how we play. Like, I don't know. That's ridiculous to me. Why is Ron Hunter literally the bane of
kryptonite?
Why can he not? I don't get it. Tulane has been so bad this year. I mean, we were favored by almost 10 points at home yesterday. We had won 18 straight American Conference home games, TJ. And Ron Hunter, in a year that he is being called to be fired, waltzes in here with two guys. Literally, you had to defend two guys, and one of them's white. And we couldn't. Literally, the game-winning layup, my guy goes 94 feet, basically untouched. Nobody did a damn thing about it, and he made a layup. It was the most ridiculous thing. Now, he gets away with a lot of pushing off, hooking with his offhand to kind of get by defenders, whatever. I'm not saying that's an excuse. It's frustrating to watch. And he also, heavens, I don't know when the last time I saw a carry called in any level of basketball, but his dribbling is next level carries. It's unbelievable. I mean, the ball comes to a complete stop. Anyway, that's just me being frustrated. I mean, he had 27 on us.
Well,
couldn't stop him. Unbelievable.
I thought we were getting back to Memphis basketball, Memphis energy, the defensive-minded teams. What happened? I feel like every week we have a new identity.
I don't know.
It's something like that. I feel like every year it's something like that, or every game.
Every night's freaking different.
I don't know. I am not one who wants to start up the fire penny train, but I do think it is important for the powers that be to have the conversation of, is the Sweet 16 a better or more realistic goal for Memphis, or is it, can we win the conference to get into the tournament kind of thing? And I know that kind of seems recency bias kind of scenario, right? I mean, literally we won the conference last year. We got in, right? I know it seems like we're acting like this is year 8 and we've never been in, or we've been on the bubble the entire time, but it feels like I'm watching a Tubby team. Seriously, it feels like a Tubby team. And the crowd looks like a Tubby crowd.
Yeah, I mean, if I'd gone into a coma and you just woke me up and took me straight to FedEx Forum, I had no idea who the head coach or anything. Like, if I'd fallen into a coma in 2017, 18, and I woke up today and you took me straight to the FedEx Forum, I would think that Tubby Smith was still here. With no other knowledge. You just took me in the building.
Sure.
I mean, granted, there's snow on the ground, blah, 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 whatever. The crowds are bad. The basketball is bad.
They've been bad all year.
It's not like we're losing and we're fun to watch. Like, our games suck. They're not fun. We don't play exciting basketball, and we're just like not talented and we're not good enough. So teams that are more talented than us are beating it. Like, we play ugly basketball and we're not good. And nobody wants to watch that.
And I think, honestly,
except for me, apparently. I don't know why I keep doing it.
Yeah, I don't know why you keep doing it either.
Because we have a podcast we have to record. Otherwise, I would check out. I've only ever successfully checked out one other time, and it was Tubby's second year. I stopped watching games. It's the happiest.
Do you think? I'm trying to be careful in the way I word this, but do you think Memphis has maxed out what it can be as a team under Penny? Yeah. Like, I think when you ask people this question, you're going to get a lot of different answers, right? You're going to get a lot of what ifs, right? What if that tournament game against?
I kind of feel like last year was probably the max, and it sucks that you lost Tyrese Hunter and Dante Harris in the span of 2 weeks. I mean, what you're talking about? You played an unbelievable out of conference schedule and did really well. You went 16-2 in league play. One of those losses was in overtime on the road. The other one was at Temple on the road. Like, you basically played almost a perfect season last year until the last 2 weeks of the year, and then your backup point guard and your starting point guard both got hurt, and you just got screwed.
Yeah. But see, I think that's what everyone's going to say, right? Even if you take it back a couple of years, the tournament against the tournament, the game against FAU in the tournament, you're right. Let Kendrick land, right? That whole game, there was a lot of questionable stuff right at the end. The FAU makes it all the way to the Final Four. Like, I mean, it was a perfect road for Memphis there, right? But there's a lot of what ifs, right? A lot of assumptions are made with that. I don't know that we can say, Memphis would have been the Final Four. Now this is a different conversation. I don't know that you can use that, honestly. I really don't. Because that's kind of basketball. Like, Memphis has had some things like that go its way too. So it's a tough one. And I know that this year's a little bit different because Penny basically held out, waiting for Dane to get eligibility. And then it didn't come, and now you're
PJ to come back. He mentioned those both again tonight on his radio show.
And he should. I think he should remind people that he held out to get those two to come back, and he had those spots saved for him. And financially, obviously, money plays a role into that, and he didn't. So then he had a makeshift roster, and it looks like a makeshift roster, respectfully. Yeah.
I don't know. That's also what just sucks about this era. But
okay, but you say that, but why doesn't it affect other teams as much?
It does. We're just not as close to them, so we don't think about it as much. I mean, not every team in the country. You obviously have like Houston, who's got one of the best coaches in the league. But
think about that. But you were toe to toe with them for years and years. Why?
We went toe to toe with Purdue earlier this season, and now we're losing at home to sub 200 Tulane. So I don't know.
Yeah, but that was one game. You had Houston twice a year where you're going toe to toe with them, an elite program, and then now it's just not happening. And I know people will blame NIL and things like that.
I mean, last year it would have happened. This is not. It's not an NIL thing. I'm so sick of people.
People want to point to that,
talking about it and blaming football, and football's getting all the money, and this isn't anybody's fault but it. Like, that has nothing. We're losing to Tulane and Wichita State and beating Rice by 3. Like, it has nothing. Yeah, sure, maybe we don't have the biggest NIL budget for basketball in the entire nation. But that has nothing to do with the performance of the team. It's how the NIL was used.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a bad example. St. John's doesn't seem to have a problem with it. Obviously, elite coaching there, but St. Louis doesn't seem to have a problem with it.
It also goes both ways. Like, what Kentucky spent the most in the country, probably, or close to, on
Probably.
NIL this year, and
That's
they're
fair.
very well underperforming.
Sure.
So
they're still receiving votes for top 25. I mean, that'd be nice. You know what I mean?
Well, some of that is, yeah. But
because of brand, I know. But
I don't know. The part that sucks about it, I don't have, like, if this felt like something we could build off of, I think I would have some at least like hope going. I don't have any hope. We've talked about it. Like, I'd be cool, I think, with Thetford and Curtis and Simon, like a couple guys coming back. And I think you need that to build on. But I'm also like, one, that very rarely happens with Penny. We don't ever really build upon previous seasons, rosters, or teams. Very rarely. Like last year, it was basically a total makeover. The only person that came back was Nick Jourdain. I mean, we're very heavily reliant on these one-year transfer guys. And then when it feels like we have pieces we can bring back, most of the time they're run off. You know who from last year's team I would actually have really liked on this team?
Quite literally anyone.
Yeah, but somebody like a role player that I feel like would have actually probably done well on this team in an area that we need it. Well, yeah, and he was planning to come back until we recruited over him. No, PJ Carter.
Oh, yeah.
How many PJ Carter tray balls would you take right now? So many. I mean, that kid, he won us the freaking UConn game by himself in overtime. Like, why did we not bring PJ back? Where did he even end up?
I don't even know. You were saying that, and I was trying to think.
Not that he would be like a difference maker, and if he had come back, this team would be totally different. I'm just saying, like, that was
LSU. Actually,
he was a decent piece.
He's at LSU,
that I feel like would have been a good piece on this team. Yeah, okay. He's averaging 9 minutes a game, shooting 32%. Yeah, whatever. All right, forget it. It was dumb. We'll never talk about PJ Carter again. Whatever. My whole point is, like, even if he brings back a couple of those guys, I don't know that I'm going to be excited about next year because it's going to feel like it's all the same over again. Like, are we going to have the same coaching staff? We're going to bring back 3 guys from a team that went 500 in the freaking American and overall. And then what? Like, it's a total crapshoot again in the transfer portal. And then we're going to have to listen to people complain about NIL.
For what feels like, I don't know, the last 7 years have talked about just having consistency, right? Not hitting reset every single season on the roster. We want some guys to come back.
We have consistency, but it's all negatives.
Yeah, when we say that, we actually mean things of good.
It's consistent that a majority of our team will be replaced. It's consistent that the coaching staff will be flipped over. It's consistent that offenses will not be installed when the season starts, that a very heavy focus will be defensively in practice. It's consistent that we will continue to play
struggle with the zone,
11 to 13 people. It's consistent that we'll have turnovers. It's consistent that we will lose to a inferior opponent that we shouldn't at home. There's a lot of consistencies. It's just all the wrong stuff.
I'll be real honest with you. I know that Penny's big thing, it seemingly is just pulling in talented guys. Like Aaron Bradshaw, former 5-star. Zach Davis was highly touted, I believe. It's pulling these guys that have had potential and just haven't lived up to it. I swear to you, you can pull in a guy who has 0 stars that you watch play basketball and he has a high IQ or a high motor, and give me that guy. When I watch the team, I don't see anyone with a high IQ. Right? Well, what game was it we were talking about? Don't take he got the rebound. Everyone was screaming, just kick it out, just clear the ball, run out the clock. It was a game we lost in a final second shot. I know we feel like we have that all the time, but Wake Forest, I believe, the Wake Forest game, you get the rebound and he went back up for the shot. Just clear the ball out, right? It's low IQ things like that keep coming up in play. That's a consistent thing that I don't think it seems like we're shaking anytime soon. Just fill the roster up with high IQ guys that play with a motor, and I think this team wins, right? I just don't see anybody. I don't want to say that. I don't see it consistently of a team that plays with energy and high IQ. And I know if you do that, you're going to be a pretty damn good team, but I think that's kind of the point, right? We don't have that, and that's why we're not a good team. That's why we're 5-4 in the American, which is terrible.
Really bad. Really quick, just because you mentioned him, I am shouting out Aaron, and I do think Penny's done a good job with him because he came in and earlier in the season he was absolutely unplayable.
Yeah, it was horrible,
and he's gotten his confidence back, and he actually is like a legit starter. Like in putting up good numbers. His last 8 games, 12-4, 21-5. This is the outlier. I think he only played 10. I think this is the one he got hurt in. 4-3 against Temple.
Yeah.
Then 12-8 at Tulsa, 10-9 at Wichita State, 15-4 against FAU, and 12-9 Sunday. Also, multiple 100% from the free throw line. He went 6-6, 6-6, 2-2.
The one thing with him, I just need more rebounding. How are you 7 foot tall and you just can't?
But that's my thing. His last 4 games, he's had 9 boards, 4 boards, 9 boards, 8 boards.
Okay, you're ignoring the 4 board part and the 3 board.
That was one
for it. But that's you're 7 foot tall, Trey. You're there. You just raise your arms and your hands are touching the rim. It is about positioning.
He's doing a better job.
Understanding the bounce off the rim. It's the low IQ.
He had.
Look, I'm with you. I think Bradshaw has stepped it up.
It took him 6 games, the first 6 games of the year, to have 9 rebounds, and he had 9 rebounds yesterday. Look, that's an improvement.
It is.
That's all I'm saying is he's improved. So shout out to that because that's a positive I'm taking away, and he can come back. So maybe there's hope right there.
You give me Bradshaw and Tedford. I think that's legitimately all I take back on this. And the reason I'm taking back Tedford is because I don't think he gets a real chance to do much, and everyone else around him sucks. So it makes him look bad. But I at least I've seen him hustle.
Oh, that for sure he does that.
Give me hustle. Give me energy. And make a heads up play every now and then, and I'm sold. I literally think we took those ALO teams for granted. As much as we joked on him playing a shit ton of ALO, you give me ALO on this team, I would
love nothing more than Alex Lomax on this basketball team.
You know what? I would sign up for 3 ALO threes a game.
Give me
anything.
Hope. ALO gives me hope. To me, this is a real possibility after yesterday. Being 5-4, halfway through our American Conference schedule, there is a legitimate shot. Forget the NCAA tournament. There is a legitimate shot that we don't even make the American Conference tournament. That is maybe the most ridiculous thing that's ever come out of my mouth. You were the preseason favorite by far to win the league. And we are sitting here 2 spots away from not making the conference tournament. The top 10 teams get in the conference tournament. We're sitting in 7th. Really, I think 8th. If Tulane wins their next game, we'll be in 8th behind Tulane.
I'm looking it up now. Has a preseason favorite, when's the last time a preseason favorite didn't even make the conference?
Well, probably never, because this is the first year, at least in the American, that not everybody makes it. And I don't know that any other leagues really do that, but
fair. I guess I didn't think about it that way.
No, we are in 8th right now. And if Tulane wins and we drop at UAB on Thursday, we will be in 9th with a 1-game lead over North Texas. So that's fine. That's good. I think we're probably fine. Surely there's no way. We may be the 10 seed.
If we make the 10 seed, That's bad. But again, I don't think it's a doom and gloom. I don't think it's the sky is falling, but I do feel like there's some serious fan apathy.
Yeah, it's not doom and gloom or sky falling. It's because nobody cares.
Yeah, and I think the hard part is that since he is, King Cotton, Memphis royalty, that people are giving him the world's largest grace period.
I mean, dude, we've won.
He was not Penny Hardaway, and this was Buzz Williams doing this. Is GTFO Buzz? You know what I mean?
It could literally be anyone else on the entire planet. We've won the league one time in 8 years. One time.
Asterisk.
There's no asterisk. It doesn't matter. We swept Houston, and we still didn't win the league.
Okay, fair.
Houston has never been the problem for us not winning this league. It's losing at Rice and East Carolina and having your backs blown out by 40 against Tulsa. Like, Houston wasn't the reason we weren't winning this league.
I was mentioning that because earlier I mentioned how you go toe to toe with Houston. And that's the one thing is like, well, you can't hold it against them for not winning the tournament. Like, there's a top 5 team in the nation in Houston, and they made crazy runs in the tournament. I'm like, yeah, I get that, but that was the expectation then, and it hasn't changed now, right? When Houston was in the American, we expected the Tigers to compete against Houston for the American, and go toe to toe with them. So if they can do it with them, then why can't they do it now, right?
Yeah. I don't know. It just sucks. You had last year, which was such a good year. The way that it ended sucked. We talked about it, the injuries. And then to turn around, like, that's not, you feel like you're at a spot, okay, we figured it out. We're going to build on it. And then now this is literally the worst year.
Yeah.
In 8 years. It's the worst year. I don't know. We're going to take a break. When we get back, this being the worst year, we're going to talk about, is this rock bottom? We'll be right back.
In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles.
Move one of one, if there's any way possible, to go get Giannis Antetokounmpo like we talked about yesterday. That's priority number one. I would love to make it happen. If he had any interest in coming to Memphis, you give them whatever it takes to get him to Memphis.
We could do that move because I don't care about his feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And you just got to make the deal that good that Milwaukee no longer care about his feelings. Mm-hmm. I want this deal done like that. I don't want this deal leaking into the next season or the upcoming draft. I want it done now. I want it done yesterday. That's the kind of GM am I. So my deal to the Bucks for Giannis is Santi, Edie, Gigi Jackson, KCP, and 4 first-rounders. You've got to throw the Bane deal at Milwaukee for them to turn their back on their star and say, this is too good to be true. Sorry about your feelings, Giannis. Thanks for the chip. You're off to Memphis, buddy.
Tune into the 2 Buck Sports Show with Rusty Witten and Drew Gann, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, It's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem.
Ba-da-da. All right, Timothy, what?
Just prepping my mind for this conversation.
This isn't coming from me. This is coming from John Martin of 92.9 ESPN. He said today that we're at rock bottom with no way out. Timothy, do you think we're at rock bottom right now?
No, you're not at rock bottom. You know how I know you're not at rock bottom?
What was rock bottom?
What was rock bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Had we not beaten Rice or North Texas, I'd say we'd be pushing rock bottom right now. But even then, you just off the season you just came. I still think he's going to get some padding. He's going to get some love.
Off the season you just came.
The season you just came. I don't know what was happening. The season you just had. I know that sentence didn't make any sense.
Off the season you just came.
From. The season you just came from. Look, dude, I've got patchwork walls. These kids have been in this house for 2 weeks straight. I get nothing done.
It's remarkable.
I get no sleep. Okay. It's a wild time around here.
Yeah, rock bottom feels ridiculous to say. I mean, it's obviously we're in a bad spot.
It obviously sucks.
But down, the team is not good, but it's also like in the era that we're in, we know we're gonna have a totally new team next year. You're gonna have just press the restart button, reset, try it again. You know,
I'll be we're what 10 and 11 right now. If this team, I know. If this team were 16 and 5, you know what? They're going to have a completely different roster next year. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So the record honestly doesn't change anything.
Yeah, it really doesn't. It does suck though. It's so. When I walked in yesterday, I was like, "How did we get here?" I sat with my parents who have seats in the club level, who've been in that section for a long time, like since I was in high school. And so I would go to all the games with them. And I was just thinking as I walked up there was nobody walking with me. Like tip is in 5 minutes. There was obviously the only person walking up the club level stairs. The concessions are all closed up there. And I'm just like, how did we get here?
Yeah. I mean,
you know,
I know how we got here.
It's just crazy. What happened to our program?
Well, if you build it, they will come, right? If it's fun and the team is
that's the problem.
Will show up, even though the food is outrageously expensive.
The team
it sucks
sucks.
Driving downtown. Like it's tough, man. Right?
It is. It really. Here's to hoping next year's better. I don't know. Penny still believes. He's still very positive. He still thinks it can be turned around. He still thinks we can win the American Conference tournament.
But that's the thing is you're praying for a miracle at this point, and nothing based off what we have seen tells me you can do that. UAB sucks. Charlotte sucks. North Texas sucks. And maybe you can pick up 3 more wins there. You get that random.
Let's hold our horses. It's 0% chance we win at UAB. Well, Charlotte, Yes, at North
I'm not going
Texas.
to say
I don't know.
0% chance.
I'm gonna say it. It's a freaking gold out, and they're giving out $5
And
beers.
they're giving out beers.
Even the worst team in the Penny Hardaway era that is below 500 is a Super Bowl game for UAB.
Like you got to go play Tulane
they
again
may
on
rush
the road
the court on Thursday if they beat us. You forget we triple swept them last year. I mean, they're hungry to beat us, and the worst team that's ever stepped foot inside FedEx Fort.
Look, it's not looking great for us. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm starting to go through it and trying to build faith. But
I mean, Ken Pom has us projected to finish the year with a losing record at 15-16. That's absolutely filthy.
I mean, ECU sucks. UAB.
ECU freaking won at FAU yesterday.
Did they have old boy? Well, I guess both of them really, but
who's old boy? It doesn't even matter. East Carolina is 261 at Ken Pom. They freaking beat them.
Maybe Josh Pastner was onto something. Winning is hard.
Well, speaking of, I was asked today. You may want to sit down for this. Are you sitting down?
I was
asked today. I'm not going to name names, but it was Jonathan, our good friend of the program, Jonathan. He asked me today if I would take Josh Pastner back. I told him not to ever ask me that question again.
Why? Because you don't want to say it out loud?
Because I don't even know how to answer it. I legitimately don't. I don't know how to answer it.
Well, I think Pastner kind of caught lightning in a bottle, being able to spin off of what Cal had built. I don't know that if he came back now, he'd be able to have the same success personally. But
and to answer your question, it looks like both Vanderpool and Carlisle played yesterday against East Carolina.
Okay, Vanderpool. That's what I was looking for.
Well, and the other one, Carlisle.
Yeah. The guard.
Yeah, they both played yesterday. In a 76-75 loss to East Carolina at home, which is impressive. Anyway. I don't know why we're doing this. I guess if you still believe, I mean, theoretically, we could win out. We could. I guarantee you're going to get the best odds you could ever get via FanDuel on the Tigers to win. I'm about to tell you right now, live looking it up. Although after we lost the other day, they had taken.
They didn't even put an odds out there for a line out there for Memphis to win.
There were 0 American Conference odds available because this league is so awful that they have no idea what to even make.
I legitimately cannot tell you who's in first place right now.
You know who's in first place right now?
No, so I'm just saying I don't have no clue who's in first place right now.
Freaking Charlotte.
South Florida? Oh, yeah, I had no clue. I mean,
South Florida, yeah, it's Charlotte and South Florida tied, but still. Freaking.
No, this tells me. Oh, well, that's confusing. It put Tulsa over Charlotte. ESPN does for some reason.
Whatever. I
think it's because of total wins.
Yeah, they're both sitting at 7-2. I don't think they've played each other yet either. Oh, they have. Tulsa won, so I guess Tulsa has the tiebreaker.
Wild times.
Charlotte, man. Should have put the early money on them. All right, well, I can't even get odds for it. So, but we were what, plus 3,000 last week?
Yeah, I have it right now.
Got to be plus 5,000 now.
It is plus 5,000 for Memphis, actually.
On FanDuel.
Look,
I'm telling you,
number one sports book.
If you like a bargain, oh my gosh, look at how many people are ahead of us. This is freaking filthy. I have $35 in my FanDuel account. That would win me $1,700, TJ. I'm about to do it. I believe.
I mean, let's start.
We're going to turn it around.
Let's aim it a little bit lower. You know what I mean?
Dang.
Like, let's think about.
Tulsa's really the favorite at minus 125.
Let's think about $10. Okay.
That's fine. I'd take 500. All right.
Well, I was going to say what you could do was go to Taco Bell and get a Mexican pizza combo for $10.
I can't even tell you the last time that I had Taco Bell, TJ. Not a big Taco Bell.
Mexican pizza combo probably for $10, or that quesadilla combo for $10. That's a better spend than putting 10 on Memphis to win the tournament.
Okay. All right, real quick. Thursday at UAB, big one, gold out, Super Bowl. Then you turn around Super Bowl Sunday, actual Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, actual Super Bowl.
And it should be a Super Bowl for us because the conference leaders, first place Charlotte 49ers, come to town. So we need FedEx Forum to be packed on Sunday. You win these two this week and you're right back in it.
What do you think the attendance is going to be for that game on the 8th?
On Sunday?
Yeah.
It's at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Let me see how many were there yesterday. ESPN tells me there were 9,320. My eyeballs tell me there were about 4,700. I'm going to
say 47.
I'm going to say less than 5,000 are there on Sunday.
That's crazy, man.
Is it?
It's Super Bowl Sunday. The game is going to start at like 5:30. People got to prep, dude.
Yeah.
People are prepping.
All right, let's get into a little bit of football. Not a whole lot to talk about football-wise. The portal slowed down a little bit. Classes in sesh. We did, however, get a spring practice schedule tweeted out, which, Charles, if you or any of the coaching staff are listening, which we know that you probably are, you guys, the way that you tweeted this out was extremely confusing for those of us at home. Get this in here. Here's the spring schedule. So this was tweeted out multiple times by the coaching staff, other members. Nice schedule there. What is that? 15 practices we get?
Yeah.
I'll take it. About a month's worth of football. But like most of the coaching staff was tweeting this graphic out and be like, come through, check us out. Here's the practice schedule. Not just TJ and I had multiple other people reach out to me and ask if this was open to the public. I have tweeted and asked them directly if it's open to the public. I've gotten no replies. And then yesterday, I saw one of the staff members tweeted and said something about like, have your such and such reach out, let us know what day you're coming. I realized, which makes a whole lot more sense. I think they're tweeting this out and inviting recruits to come by and check out practice, which makes a whole lot of more sense. But let's be clear, the tweets that are out there aren't clear. It just says come check us out. And I'm like, damn. They're just letting anybody come to all 15. That's pretty tight. We go from frickin' Silverfield, Fort Knox, where only the media is allowed to see the first 10 minutes of stretching. Nobody's coming to practice, to wow, they're opening up the entire spring practice schedule to anybody that wants to come by. Well, I don't think that's right. But shout out to friend of the program, Brendan Baumgartner. He did some investigative research and found for us there won't be a spring game, quote unquote. However, what is going on with this?
And that's very close on my face, I feel like.
StreamYard. I wish you could see the size of my screen right now. I mean, this is unbelievable.
I mean, I see what my screen looks like. I don't know what to tell you here, but
anyway, Baumgartner found out we will have one open practice, I believe, for the public in not a traditional spring game, but it'll be kind of a scripted scrimmage, supposedly on Saturday the 18th. So it'll be your first chance to get out there and check out the Gridiron Tigs, closing the gap, and actually bringing a conference championship to the city.
I do think that a lot of the coaches went back and deleted the tweet of basically saying like, "Hey, you guys just come out."
There was a lot of over there. I mean, you need to throw out like, "Hey, recruits, stop by," something like that. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's even still been conversations that's confusing as hell. Honestly, I saw one earlier. Aaron Dobson just says pull up to the M, and it's the spring practice, and it's like, okay, still clarification needed, because when I show up, well, I guess
this is what I think this was the main one that got me. Was Coach Bauman tweeted it out, that schedule, and all it says is come check out the Tigers. So I'm like, okay, there's 15 practices with dates. He's saying come check them out. We can come to any one of those we want.
Did you say Coach Bauman?
How do you say that? Bowman?
Bowman?
Whatever. Bauman. I'm a boat guy. So you're in the bow of the boat. Spelled the same way. Whatever. Bow wow.
Sure.
All right. Let's get off this. We're an hour in. Chase these rainbows. I really wish you could see what the hell my screen's doing. This doesn't even make any sense. I mean, you are so small on my screen right now. It's unbelievable.
I'm very normal sized on my screen.
I know. I'm saying my entire window inside StreamYard is the size of like a Tamagotchi screen right now. Like I feel like I need to feed you and go to the restroom before you die.
One thing we should probably bring up a section on the podcast now, because we know Kenny doesn't watch our show and we know that Kenny doesn't edit our shows anymore. We can really do and say whatever we want
instead of looking at about rosters. It can be about Kenny every week.
Yeah, we just talk about Kenny every week. I think it's one thing that we could do, and he would have no clue. He just doesn't watch it. You know what I mean? The guy just continually just doesn't want to be our friend anymore.
Speaking of a bearded iris, freaking Kenny Stubblefield.
What is it? Do you think bearded iris means something?
Yeah, it sounds.
Do I need to go to?
I'm not going.
What's that website?
Urban Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary. Thank you.
It's just a flower.
No, well,
known for their showy, fragrant spring flowers and distinct fuzzy beards on their lower petals.
I hear you. I get what you're saying. It still sounds inappropriate somehow, some way. I don't know.
It does.
I hear you, man.
Are you Urban Dictionarying it?
Yeah, nothing came up.
Yeah, it doesn't come up. Wow. I don't think I've ever gone to Urban Dictionary and typed something in and had 0 results.
Is it really a flower? Is that what we learned here?
Maybe the two of us are just, we just have our minds in the gutter. I don't know.
No, man. It sounds like
it does. I agree with you. As you guys know at home, I'm not a fan of the sticker labels, especially when you leave so much just basic aluminum can visible. However, I do like the color scheming. I like the metallic. TJ, I even like this cloudy waviness cut of where the sticker conjoins. However, given that the sticker's far too small for the size of this aluminum can, there is too much basic ass aluminum showing, which really makes me feel like it's a subpar product just looking at it. You know what I mean? This looks like, TJ, you made this beer in your basement and then tried to print out a label and it came out too small and you were like, damn it, it's going to cost too much to reprint these. I'm just sticking them on anyway. Having said that, I'm going 6-1 on the can. Would have been a lot higher if the label fit.
You remember that? Have you ever seen scalloped scissors? You know what I'm talking about?
I'm not sure I'm familiar.
It's like basically how they cut like wavy lays.
Okay.
It's just like the little.
Yeah.
That's kind of what that reminds me of.
Mm.
Because I see what you're saying. I noticed that the label is not just an easy straight cut, right? There's a little bit of character there. It's a little wave to it. I like it. I like the can. I know you didn't seem to. What was your score? Like a 6 something disrespectful?
Yeah, I think 6-1.
6-1. I think that's so disrespectful. The coloring on this, maybe it's because I'm like a child and I just like shiny things. I like the shiny. It's not coming through well on mine. It just looks like a beam of light on me.
Very reflective.
Yours does a good job of it. I like the shiny metallic, and I don't mind the silver like you do. I think this is good. I think this is like a. I don't know about the chasing rainbows part. Like I see the water droplets. I see the color changing. It seems like a stretch for rainbow, but like a 7.6 for me on can. I mean, it's a pretty good can.
It's very high. How Simon Majok rating of you? The beer was fantastic.
It is fantastic. I hate to say it, but this is really good. I guess it's a Memphis beer.
So I'm glad that this is a Memphis brew. We get to call this ours.
This is a hazy IPA for sure, by the way.
Yeah, very fruit forward. I liked it a lot. Helps that it was fresh out the fridge and the coldest beer I've had to date in 160 episodes of this show. I would definitely get this again. The crushability is there. This is high. I mean, like an 8-1 for me on the Chasing Rainbows.
Look, I had a little bit higher. I said like an 8.8. This is like one of my favorite beers. This is straight down the pipe on what I want. I love that it's like
that the highest rating you've ever given?
No, of course not.
8.8?
No, we've given higher than 8.8, right? Let me scroll through here real quickly. Excluding the insanity of that one episode, where we had that one beer that just took off. We're going to disregard that. Yeah, we had one beer. Yeah, Hushmane, I think that's what it was, where we just went off our rocker and gave it the craziest level. Yeah. Hushmane, we both gave like a 9.2.
Wow.
Yeah, it's insane.
I think we have since had it again, and we're like, yeah, we definitely overrated that.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
Something was going on. Was that the night we were smelling salts?
It could have been. We need to get back to smelling salts. You know what?
You know who needs some smelling salts is this damn basketball team.
You may be onto something. We can't send it in. They may come back and think it's anthrax or something.
I haven't heard anthrax since 01.
Yes, it is that. In fact, the highest score I've given. We've given an 8.7 and an 8.5.
I knew it had to be up there.
I mean, Grindhouse by Ghost River was an 8.5.
That is shocking. 8.8.
8.8. This is great. I love this. If you are out and about, I got these at Corks specifically. But go find yourself a Chasing Rainbows. That
the Forest Hill location or the Exeter location?
Forest Hill. It's closer.
To what?
Me.
No.
Yes.
There's no way.
What do you mean?
The Exeter location is 1,000% closer to you.
No, it's not. I'm telling you. I'm not going to give away my home address on this episode, but
we'll figure it out.
It's definitely closer.
I don't believe that. That's it. Come back next week and suffer through another probably horrible basketball week that it will be, as we try to just make it to the off season, because that's what this year's slogan should have been, is make it to the off season. That's what the poster should have said.
Just show for something better.
Show up for something better. For TJ, I'm Trey. We out of here. Come back with a cold beer, Chevy Thought Takes. We out.
If you enjoyed this episode of Tigers Untapped, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Like and subscribe at Bluff City Media's YouTube page.